All right, so, yeah, he kind of comes and looks out, glances at his cactus that's laying there in dirt and no pot, shrugs his shoulders a little bit. I'm sorry, young lady. But I don't know if you overheard the conversation, but I'm trying to hire your services.
Oh. I already mentioned I don't care for money. I suppose whatever you were going to give me, you could split among them.
Is there any form of? I mean, I feel it appropriate that I do something for you. Is there anything I could offer you?
You had some fine whiskey, and that was good enough for me. I appreciate it.
Do you have a preference of your favorite beverage?
Oh, we're talking my language. You wouldn't happen to be able to get your hands on any sake down here, would you?
Sake? Ah, yes, the rice wine from the north.
That's the one.
Well, you see, you do have me at a little bit of a disadvantage. Currently, I only have 3 or 4 bottles available, but I could make special arrangements to make sure that one of my local merchants' friends brings a crate or 2 to us as soon as possible, if that would be something you'd be interested in. Of course, you're welcome to the wine or the rice wine that I already have.
I'm walking outside, crunching over where Marlowe hid stuff under the rug. That's what I try.
We have to do donation.
Crunch.
Oh yes, we do.
Sorry.
Let's do that before.
Yeah.
No, thank you for catching it, Jane, because we'd have rushed on. Okay, so we do have a kind donation from Fluddo. Fluddo won, and Fluddo says, "Play on, players."
Thank you.
Michelle.
Thank you,
Fluddo.
Awesome sauce.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep. So he's going to pay you he's going to give you the 4 bottles of rice wine that he has. You call it sake. He's ignorant. He calls it rice wine.
I don't care what he calls it as long as I
give
can
it to me. All right. So yeah, and as I said, I'll my wine merchant. I'll make sure to purchase a couple of crates. I do believe he's due here in 3 or 4 days, actually.
So
by the time you've sorted this problem out,
directly behind him.
Okay.
I'm hoping he doesn't hear me, and just kind of tap him on the shoulder, like, excuse me.
Okay, he's like, awfully sorry, I didn't see you there, ma'am.
Sorry, but I imagine that if 4 strangers go to the captain of the guard and ask to see your shipment logs, they'll probably be denied.
Oh, absolutely. I'll have to inform Captain O'Neill that you're going to drop by and would like to see them.
Thank you.
Oh yes, no, I'll take care of that, of course. Radovan, did you just go through that door?
No, I went outside.
Oh, okay.
But it's black, so I assumed. All right.
Okay, no, that's cool. Okay, so we've moved.
I'm over here.
So Radovan's left. Okay, Kia. Meanwhile, everybody except for Lady Aaron. Oh my God, it's Lady Aaron! Run!
Lady Aaron!
Back from the dead!
Lady Harrington is kind of preoccupied, and I noticed Kia has gone over and is paying particular attention to this.
I'm going to pick it up without even...
Okay. It's extremely light. Considering what you would expect it to weigh like, it's very light indeed. What are we having?
Oh.
It's delicious.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna pick it up and walk over to the door where like Gracia is and be like, "Look at this. Look, Gracia."
Okay, you showing it? He kind of looks and he goes,
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, happy memories from a valiant career.
Career?
In dehorning unicorns?
Oh, no, that's not a unicorn horn, my dear. I would never do such a thing, noble creatures that they are. Not that I've ever seen one, but I understand they're quite pleasant animals. No. That was from a rather sinister Fomorian. Horrible giant creature.
Oh.
One big eye and a single horn sticking at the top of his head. Well, you know, eyes deteriorate, didn't seem much point in taking the eye, so I took his horn instead.
So you like to put things on walls that you kill?
No, not particularly. Just
So-
that.
Can I have this?
Oh,
It's pretty neat.
make a diplomacy check.
Seriously. Okay.
Fucking hell, man.
Can I have it?
Okay.
Can I have it? Can I have your number? A 19.
Oh!
As you bat your eyelids with your incredible 18 charisma looking so pretty and dainty, he says, well, you did return. It is one of my most favorite possessions, and it does have a lot of very important memories, but you did return my beloved Abigail to me unharmed, and you agreed to help save my business and my reputation. So I suppose it is still a small price to pay. Yes, my dear, you may have it.
I'm going to say, okay, great, and like toss it to Teresa.
I thought you were saying then
some
toss
sort
it in
of
the
a dex
fire.
check for this. Smash.
Awesome.
No!
Forgot that I can charm people now. Yes. Without Radvan knowing, I guess.
Right. Okay, yeah. See, you didn't even need a charm spell for that one. That was just your natural charm. Okay,
Wow.
so, yeah, you have this thing. I mean, if you want to use it as a weapon, it would definitely count as a dagger. It is extremely light, but it's extremely strong as well. So, I mean, if you want to use it as a dagger, it will work as one. Just hypothetically. You know, if you want to go
sweet.
sticking your horn in people,
Horn shank.
it looks like it's more like a prison shank. If you ever get arrested, or if you ever need to go through a metal detector, just saying.
The medieval metal detectors.
It's a guy that's like beep 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 beep. Got a dagger. Okay, so after that he says you're welcome to stay for dinner if you'd like. I'm sure you're
What
very
time is
tired
it?
after your long journey.
Can we order it to go?
Well, if you wish.
Yes.
I understand.
I feel rather
If
uncomfortable
you,
in here.
if you're this, I mean, I understand. Some people are, you know, if you don't wish to spend your time here, we do have a splendid tavern that you can visit.
Oh, wonderful.
It's called the Fox and Hen.
Fox and hen.
Foxen.
That's what I heard, honestly. What is it?
The Fox
Oh,
and Hen.
Fox. Okay.
The
Gotcha.
fucking hen.
The fucking hen.
Fox
Okay.
and Hen. Fox and Hen.
Oh, you British people.
I'm actually going to turn around before I leave and go up to the lady.
Okay.
Say, I thought you said your husband would give me a purpose.
Well, I think didn't he just discuss employing you?
You discussed us finding why people are stealing shields.
Well, perhaps you should ask him then, my dear.
No thanks. Thank you
know.
anyway. I'm going to bow to her and then walk away.
Well, keep me informed of what you find out, if you wouldn't mind. He kind of sidesteps to make sure you've got access to leave the room. As he politely opens the door for you. Alright, as you exit. There you go. Gotcha. Alright, so you all leave... Whoa! Okay, you all leave his establishment back into the streets of Arendelle. What do you wish to do from here?
I'm gonna turn to Kia and say, "Don't feel bad. I broke her cactus. I got it back at her for you."
Nice. Did it hurt?
And I think I hurt it more than it hurt me.
Interesting. Do
Evil
cacti
plants.
have feelings?
Well, if this one did, it doesn't anymore.
Nice.
Are we gonna go anywhere, guys, or just
My
you
poke
know?
was stronger than its poke.
It's like early evening outside. The streets here are pretty busy. You know, this is not like a little hovelish town. There's a lot of activity, a ton of people walking around all over the place.
Okay, I'll probably want to walk around town just to see what's around. Anybody up for a
There's a goat.
stroll?
I hear the goat.
Oh, there's livestock everywhere.
Yeah, I'll walk around with Kia.
Okay, you all going to go together, or is anybody doing anything bizarre or different?
Nope. We're
I'm gonna go to the river and fish.
Okay. Alright, so Marlowe heads over to the river and spends her... you see this guy with a big question mark above his head, and he asks you to catch 10 minnows and bring them to him. And then he'll consider you somehow better acquainted with dragons. Because apparently dragons love minnows, baby dragons. Okay, so you guys are wandering around town. So here's kind of the lay of the land. The top road here, the north road, is where the nicer houses are. This is the richer element.
Okay.
You've got the more kind of humble stuff is on the southern end of town. Right down through the center, however, is where all the commerce seems to be. You've got the blacksmith, you've got a blacksmith's, you've got an apothecary, there is a big impressive inn, there's a large general stores, all that kind of stuff is all like right through the center.
I'm gonna be looking around, frowning all the while.
All right.
Frowning.
So from what you figure out, this right here is the this building right here. That's your blacksmith. Your tavern stroke inn is right here. Your apothecary is here.
Ooh.
Your general stores is here.
Great.
All right. Well, when Raisa sees apothecary, she wants to go there because she has one very awkward and very large bottle of sulfuric acid that she would probably like to trade for something better.
Everything except for the tavern is closed because it's kind of like, evening now, so you'd have to probably come back tomorrow unless you want to like go banging on his door and see if he's there anyway.
Yeah. No, it's not that it's not that important.
Right. So I'm going to move you guys down to here. All right. Marlowe is fishing. Do you actually have fishing as a skill? Or are you just...
I don't.
Well, it doesn't mean you can't fish. It just means that you're not, like, the greatest fisherman in the
Oh,
world.
no, I'm totally not the greatest fisherman, but I have lots of patience to sit there and do this.
That's okay.
I have very little patience with everything else, but...
Go ahead and just make a skill, make a D20 skill check then. And it is a profession, so whatever your bonus would be for that. Actually, no, it's not a profession. It's a, what's the other one?
Craft?
Craft. It would probably be a craft. Fishing is more of a craft than a profession.
Yeah, she's making fish, is what she's doing. Oh, that's not
Yay! Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Roll to see how
Apparently,
bad your
this
fail is.
river.
Marlowe drowns and dies.
Oh, one.
She hooks herself in the cheek and like throws herself in. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, apparently there's a lot of weeds and crap at the bottom of this river, and you very quickly, within no time at all, lose your line or lose your hook. Of course, you have others, so.
Well,
Catch a
I'm
boat.
thoroughly frustrated, so I'm gonna go find the others, I guess.
Okay. Screw you guys! I'm going home.
Should we just go in the tavern and
I think
relax?
so, yeah.
Well, I mean, if you, it's either that, or I mean, of course, you can stay for free over at the Harringtons
No
mansion.
thanks.
We'll destroy everything in there.
Smash a few more pot plants.
Can I have this? Can I have this?
Can I have it? Can I have it? Okay, so you guys want to head into the tavern? All right.
Yeah.
The Fox and Hen. All right, you come in through the door here, and I'll tell you what you see. There you go. All right, let's change out some of these noises. All right. So go ahead.
Are those people naked in front of us?
No, I'll describe those to you appropriately here in just a second.
My
They look
God.
like naked.
What kind of
Okay,
tavern
what
did
I
we
see
just
right
walk
now
into?
is not appropriate.
What is happening?
Right, hold on.
I'm sorry, Gore. I know, but
It's
really,
a nudist tavern.
it's like the Nipster Part 2 right over here.
It's like the nipped dress.
Okay, here.
Yes.
There.
We walk in and Marlo's like, all right.
She is indeed scantily dressed, but she is dressed.
Oh.
Barely.
She is probably about 6'3".
Holy woman.
The guy sitting next to her is equally huge. Very impressive physical specimens of humanity, for sure. Like big, oafish looking individuals. Alright, yep, so,
Is Marlo with us? But I'm just sorry,
yeah, she found y'all in the streets.
Okay.
She got tired of catching weed fish. Alright, yep, so here's your establishment. Basically, I mean, it's a fairly large inn. You can see that there's some people playing some kind of game of chance over at one table. There's a large fireplace bellowing out warmth with a few people sitting around it. A very large wraparound bar where drinks and food aplenty seems to be coming out. There's a very familiar smell in the air. You can't tell if it is roast boar or you catch a whiff of possibly some chicken in there on the aromatic train, and definitely some fresh baking as well. What is wrong with him?
I just thought of something I want to do.
Oh, God.
Get ready. He's going to offend the barbarian people, and you're all going to die.
Well, first thing I'm going to do is once I notice him, I'm going to say, Marlo, is that the end result of your training?
Yes, you learn your clothes as you advance. Eventually, you're just completely bare-ass naked.
There you
And that's
go.
how you are able to identify the most powerful people where I come from.
So don't mess with them.
The
Got it.
less clothing they wear, the more powerful they are.
So I must be a newbie.
Yeah, because you're covered in armor, hiding every inch of your skin.
I'm just going to inch over here, just look back and... I'm going to sit there. I'm going to sit here and just look at
Okay,
everything.
so you plop yourself down at a table.
So this is a barbarian woman. She's wearing like what, like bikini metal or something?
No, she's not wearing any armor. Basically, she has, well, here, let me show you once more. Just because the lecherous people in chat would like to see it anyway. Okay, so she does have, like, a short kind of red skirt. And she does have, like, it's cloth, but it does have actual, like, pieces of gold kind of wrapping around it. And you've gone a little bit quiet too, Spook. Can't hear you very well. That's better.
Ain't it cold in that?
She kind of just looks at you and gives you this like stern iron look, like. And then
Not
she
that it's not
grabs,
nice.
like, literally grabs a huge mug of ale.
What?
The Wooden Gamer!
Wooden
Thank you
Gamer,
for
man.
subscribing. Give that man some rollies.
Wooden Gamer, thank you so much. Welcome.
And rollies.
Thank you, man.
For you.
Strip.
Thank you, sir. Awesome sauce. Thank you, bud. Yeah, she kind of grabs this huge big mug of ale and just like power slams it down and like
Wow.
crashes it down and just stares at you.
I smirk. You're a whole lot of woman.
Just kind of smiles with like a half
And with
smile.
that, I'm
like,
gonna walk off.
Alrighty. So Radovan's made himself at home. There is a wench heading her way over to you. She has already got a whole bunch of food on the table, like on the tray. So moving straight in beside you, she just, without even asking, puts down a plate with a whole roast chicken on it, another plate covered in vegetables. It's all steaming hot. And she says, "To drink?"
Water.
Water.
Yes, the clear things you drink to stay alive. Water.
He means vodka.
No, I mean water. And I give Marlo
She
a
says,
look.
are you joining him?
Yeah. What's on the menu here?
Roast boar, chicken. We've got some flank steaks, vegetables. We've got bean soup, roasted quail. We've got some rather delicious smoked fish. We have a full kitchen.
Bring everything.
I'll take
One of
just-
everything.
Oh, okay.
The lot.
The lot.
Take the lot.
Fair enough. If you wouldn't mind, give us about 20 minutes. We'll have it all out.
Thank you.
Drinks for you people. So one water. What about you, my dear?
Mead.
Mead? And you? And she glances at Racer.
Oh.
Same as her.
All right. Well, I'll be right back. And she makes her way off round behind the bar and disappears into the kitchen area.
I'm gonna like take this chair right here, and like drag it over here.
It's like loud and screechy.
Okay, so you move
Everybody
it
gets
closer
quiet.
over to you move a chair around next to Radovan. All right. Okay, you notice. I mean, a few people are kind of glancing at you and just looking, but they don't seem to be that bothered by you whatsoever. Kia, on the other hand, is still standing right next to the barbarians, absorbing the smell of sweat and muscle. I don't know what she's doing over there. I'm just making assumptions because she hadn't left that
I was
table.
just gonna.
She's obsessed with that. She's
All
like,
I was gonna do was just walk by and wink at the woman and then sit down.
wink at her, huh?
Wink at her.
Like,
Make a seduction check. No,
shit. No thanks.
She gets up and says, "You mine." Picks her up, carries you to her
She's
room.
my George. I will hug her and squeeze her, and she will be mine.
Don't say George. That makes me cry. That was one of the only books that actually made me cry.
George, what curious George?
Yes, Curious George.
Made you cry.
Not the John Steinbeck classic, you bastard. All right.
Shaggy got upset by Curious George. Confirmed.
But the hat! Where'd the hat go? Okay. Anyway.
He couldn't handle the curiosity factor. All right,
But did he ever find out? Did he know?
right? I know that's the bit that always got me. Such a cliffhanger.
Anyway, I'm going to
DJ
look around
Herbert,
the
thanks for
table,
follow.
and I'm going to say, we're a colorful cast of characters, aren't we?
Vespanote, thanks for the follow.
Yeah.
Empress Mew. I love that. Empress Mew. That sounds like she comes from where Marlowe comes from. Thank you for the follow. Hash a Ship, thank you for the follow. Follow
Thank
train.
Follow train.
Hype. Alrighty, so you guys are all sitting there, glancing around, watching the locals.
So what do we do about the stealing? Do we have any sort of plan? Raisa, I feel like this is your specialty.
Well, I was kind of thinking, maybe we should split into two groups, like for the initial meeting at least. Because if they don't know we're all together, it might be easier to catch somebody doing something. Maybe.
Are you unsure of yourself?
Well, no. I just... Like, we have no idea what we're dealing with here, or who knows who, or who's working with who, or who isn't working with who, or even if this captain guy's any good. He could be arranging the whole thing.
Well,
I'm not-
I'll follow your lead, Raisa.
I don't know if that's really a good idea.
I think it's great.
Okay. What would you suggest the groups be?
I call Marlo.
I call Marlowe.
You know what's great about that, Kia?
What?
We went through a whole fucking campaign where we saved your ass so many times, and you choose the stranger who just joined. Let's see how it is with Kia.
Oh.
All right.
There we go.
You don't know how much she's already helped me. I'm just trying to make new friends. We're already good, Radovan. We're already good.
Yeah, you just fine. All right.
Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe Kia just thinks that Marlo and her skills will work better together for this situation.
Yeah. That's it. I fireball while she melee attacks.
Yeah, it reminds me of that dwarf.
Just punch them into submission until they tell us what's going on.
I like her.
What poor Marlo doesn't know about how Kia tends to handle people in melee.
Raisa, is that the grouping you had imagined before Kia blurted it out?
Kind of actually.
Oh.
You want to be stuck with the loud, clanky cleric?
Well, you are a good distraction.
Is that what I am? A distraction?
No.
So hurtful.
That's fair. I mean, you know.
Well, I just figured.
If that's
you're
what you
better-
want.
Well, you're better at
This is
You
Kia.
do tend
talking
to
to
be
people
quite
once.
diplomatic, getting up in there and talking to people, and she is quite stealthy.
You know,
You know,
that's
yeah.
actually fair.
Yeah, what Marlo said. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, this is chat'll. I guess you guys won't hear this, but this is whenever I think about Kia now, this is what I think about.
I am the god of
I really want to know what you're playing.
and I bring
Yeah, I'm
you
probably gonna play chat. Just
No. It's the old Arthur Brown song, you know. I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you. Have you heard that song? Fire. Dun, dun, dun.
Have not, sir.
You should hear it.
okay.
I would
so
put it in Roll20, but they won't. It won't let me. It'll say you're stealing copyrighted music, so stop. So.
all right. So if this is the plan, we all can't enter the guardhouse at the same time. Who would you want to go in first? Which group?
Well, I think you should go in, and I will. I think you should go in alone, because then you can kind of be like the face of this investigation, and I think it would work well with you being a priest of Saint Cuthbert. Because, well, you know.
Okay, Raisa, and what would you three be doing? I mean, I don't disagree with you. That's makes sense to me. Just where else can you guys investigate? You know?
Well, perhaps. Oh, well, I was gonna say that maybe we should go to the armory and talk to the blacksmith, but can't really send Marlo, and we can't really send Kia, so I guess it kind of has to be me or you.
What's the reasoning for not sending me and Marlo?
Well, you don't use weapons,
I guess you're right.
And she doesn't wear armor.
and so going in, I think we should. Well, maybe just kind of like pretend we're just looking for a weapon. We're passing through, not really mention the investigation, and just get a sense of vibe for. Well, I guess. Well, we could go in as like a trio. Us three girls.
I turn and
love
stare
it.
at the
I
laughing priest.
fucking love it. It's like first we're going as groups, and then it's like, well, we'll send you off alone. Sorry, I absolutely love it.
Does
That's really
Radovan
fucking-
laugh at Raisa?
I am kind of laughing.
Okay, so when he
Radavan's
starts
laughing
laughing, I'm just gonna like.
Punch him.
Radovan! Ugh!
Yeah,
I
I'm
will
gonna
elbow
punch him on the
in
shoulder.
side.
Completely oblivious to the armor that probably just destroyed my fist.
Right.
Oh, I doubt it'll hurt your fists.
Why are you laughing, Radovan?
It's just a funny world we live in. You know, after all we've been through, I'm trying to appreciate the humor in things.
Well, we could.
It's fine. I'm not mad or upset or
but
anything.
I thought maybe we could just multitask.
I'm all for multitasking, and if I have to go in alone, I'll go in alone. It's no problem. And it's a good idea regardless. It's a good idea regardless. I'm with whatever Race has suggested. I agree with her.
I just think it's. Well, I just think it would be best if we don't expose ourselves as working together, at least in the beginning.
Okay.
Well thought out.
Actually, come to think of it, sitting at this table together probably doesn't help.
Oh, I'm gonna stand up and move.
After the person just comes over and starts dropping off all your food, you're gonna get up and move.
And she goes to the barbarian.
Are you going to sitting over there?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on a second.
I'm curious about why.
Oh, that's a big. Come on, Raisa. You know I can't eat all this alone. You sure you want to just leave me? All this giddiness. Get my fork. My knife.
So I'll leave the table and go and sit with this random group of colorful people over here, and then I come back, grab the meat, and then go back to the table.
Okay. Right, so she literally just loads your table down with all kinds of crazy food. And then she looks at you and she says, okay, let's see. We've got one order of smoked fish, one order of steamed vegetables, one order of fried vegetables. We got one roast chicken, one steamed chicken. We've got one entire roasted boar, two bowls of stew, one vegetable, one fish broth stew. We have a roasted quail, and she starts waffling all this stuff. She says, that's going to be 3 gold and 8 silver, please.
All right. Well, the fish is ruining everything.
Fine,
so
I'll take it away.
You can give it to the fancy lady with the naked people over there.
Fair enough.
Here's 5. I'm going to hand over 5 golds.
Oh.
And I'm going to say thank you.
Will you be requiring rooms for this evening? Only if you are, you need to go ahead and book them now. We only have 3 rooms left available, I'm afraid.
Ooh.
I'll take one of them, and the cost of the 5 gold I just gave you should cover it. I hope. And if not, let me know.
Oh, so I'm to take that out of my tip then.
Maybe you'll get more later. I got a lot of food here.
I mean, yes, it will cover it.
Well, how much for a room for a night?
5 silver.
I think you can manage 5 silver less from 2 gold. Lady, I'm sorry, but
absolutely, yeah, sure. Sorry,
you don't have to be salty about it. You know, it's not like I'm sure changing you a tip. Okay.
Okay. She comes over and basically puts 3 keys with like little tags with room numbers on the table. Then she turns around and she says, "That's it. We're sold up for the night."
Did I just buy 3 rooms or 1 room? Because I asked for 1 room.
Oh, did you only want the 1?
Yeah, I just said for myself.
Oh, okay, then yeah, she just.
Because I imagine the ladies wouldn't want to shack up with me. So.
Alright. Okay, well, you guys overhearing this, do any of you want to acquire a room?
Yeah.
Of the 2 rooms that are left? Okay, so Racer's getting 1, so 5 silver for that room.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody else? 1 room left.
Get your rooms here.
Finest establishment. Going once, going twice. Sold to the semi-naked barbarian in the corner. No. Alright, okay. Kia, meanwhile, you've gone over, and so you're standing next to the barbarian table.
Sure.
Okay. Once again, you get a salty, staring, like an icy gaze from the woman. And the big barbarian dude with his arms folded, looking really abrupt and kind of rude, just stares at you without like taking his eyes off you for about 5 seconds. And then he like reaches with 1 foot and like pushes a stool in your direction. Like slides it across the floor
Nice.
for you to sit on.
I sit down and I look at both of them and I say, "Hello, strangers."
He reaches over and rips the leg off of the big fried chicken right in front of you and starts... And he goes...
Oh, sure. I'll take it and hand it back. What's your name?
He wasn't giving you his piece of chicken to eat. He was pointing, trying to indicate, get some.
I do not take his chicken.
That would be hilarious.
Terrifying.
You take it from him, bite it, and hand it back. And be like, what the fuck?
I will take my own piece of chicken, grab a bite, set it down, and then ask what his name is. And the missus.
And the missus. So, my good man.
He starts speaking with like a well-made voice.
Yeah, that's right. It's like,
my name is Octopus.
hello. Okay. He kind of looks at you and he says, India. Points at the girl and he goes, Corum.
Kia.
Shit car.
I agree.
That's what
So,
I
can
drive,
you say
sorry.
that without an accent?
No, he just like looks at you and he, and he goes,
What do you find barbarians doing in this part of the woods?
He goes, woods. Traveling south to the coast.
Oh, why? Why's that? You got some fights down there?
Pirate vessel. We're seeking one. Have
Do you
been
do
to the
this
city?
type of work?
Have you been to the city of Kanduin?
Have I?
No.
Oh, I have not, but I've heard a lot about it. It's a big city.
Oh, that's where we're heading.
Wow.
At this point, the woman opens her mouth for the first time, and she says, "You're so tiny."
I am 131 years old, miss. My age makes up for my tininess, I
You're
think.
old and small.
This reminds me of Pitch Perfect too. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
my-
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's
Your
what I
hair
thought
smells
too.
like
Mouse. I should call
cinnamon.
you Tiny Mouse. Yeah, I hear. And she says, looks at you and she's like, I can't imagine being so small.
At that point, I'm going to open up my hand and let some, fire emerge from it. To be like, this is pretty cool, though.
As soon as you do that, the barbarian reaches forward, snatches his axe off the table, and stands up. The whole table like goes, and the bowl of vegetables falls over as he's like, and stands there with his axe raised. Instantly, like everyone's like, and they all start turning to look to see what's going on.
I'm
Master
throwing
Wolf,
my
thanks
hands
for the
up,
follow.
like, whoa, calm down there. I was just showing you some tricks.
Okay. Oh, Cookie.
You ever heard of close-up magic?
Oh, Cookie. Thanks for the follow. Okay, he points
I
the axe
perform here
at
on
you.
Tuesday nights.
He says, "Get away from me, witch."
Excuse me?
At this
What's
point, the woman kind of like also stands up, and she slowly starts to walk in Keeliana's direction. As she does so, she's kind of like got her hands on her hips, and then you notice that she pulls her hands out, and she's got two long, spindly-looking daggers that she's holding in her hands.
Whoa. Can I, at this point, try to charm her? Or is that already aggressive?
She's actually no. She is. Although she physically
She hasn't
may appear
attacked her.
aggressive, she isn't being.
Okay.
Strangely enough, she's not being aggressive.
I will attempt to charm her then.
All right.
I don't
So
remember
she
how to do
slash
this.
R 1d20 plus 5. All right. So you have you are charm. What is the caster level of the charm spell you're casting? The spell level?
It is. Hold on a second. Charm is level 1.
Okay, so you're just doing a basic charm person.
Yes.
All right. Charisma of bonus of plus 4, I believe.
My charisma is plus 4.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Not only
Shit.
this couldn't be better.
No.
Not only is she resisting the charm spell, but she does actually acknowledge that you are casting a spell. At this point, Radovan has stepped in between the two, I've noticed. She immediately, like, steps back, like, puts one foot up on the stool, like, to gain height advantage.
I don't want to see
and, like,
that.
with this, like, huge Amazon look on her face, like, ah! And she comes flying through the air like she's trying to go over Radovan to get to Kia.
I think we
So
need
we're going to
some
make
meat
a
over here.
jump check.
Holy crap.
Race has actually jumped under the table, just so you know.
Okay. So she will need to clear Radovan. She's going to need a 20.
Nope.
All right.
Yay.
Basically, Radovan, basically 150-pound, 6'2" Amazon barbarian woman has
She's
just
only
come
150
landing
pounds?
down.
I was
going to
say that's not
like,
very much.
But she's tall,
She would be like
so
closer to 300.
No, she's not fat. She's not like big at all. She's just very,
she's
very
tall.
tall. She's kind of broad-shouldered, but I mean, at 6'2", she is more. Think of her as a very athletic person. She's not
Yeah,
muscly.
I think she would be a lot of muscle. So
Yeah, she is more, has more the body of possibly like a sprinter than like a Russian gymnast, if you see what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So don't
I
think,
still
yeah.
think she might weigh more than 150. But
I was gonna
okay,
say, I
get it.
appreciate your delicacy with the weight of women, but there's no way.
I beg to differ. I think.
I'm 5'1" and like 110.
Well, here's
She's
the
only
thing.
got 40 pounds on me.
Well, she has a dexterity of 18, but only a strength of 11. So she is tall, but she is extremely. I mean, she is very kind of. She's buxom, but build-wise, she's very slight. In fact, she's probably not a lot thicker than Kialiana. So she may weigh a bit more, but it ain't going to be a lot more, for sure.
Okay.
But anyway, so she's attempting to leap over Radovan, like, and she doesn't, she fails to do so. She kind of just comes crashing down on top of him.
At that point, I'm going to go see ya and turn invisible.
All right. Well, the barbarian hasn't acted yet.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is the guy that has the axe raised. He throws it at you.
Shit. Okay.
Can I do anything at this point?
This is all happening like in a surprise action, so you get to act like you can react to it after the fact.
Okay.
Because literally, it's like she charms, she goes attacks, and he's already got the axe raised, so he's just like.
People are like
and
witch
hurls it.
hunters.
Okay, 21.
Oh, no.
He hits
Yep,
you with
it's
the
me.
axe, which does 14 points of damage, Kia.
Ow.
Okay, immediately the innkeeper starts screaming, "Fetch the guard! Fetch the guard!" Okay, so now we're kind of in the realms of holy shit, this is just happening. So at this point, Race has dived under the table. Radovan is like about to try to wrestle with this woman. Marlo, you've run over there. So now is when we're going to need some initiatives. But you know what? We'll worry about those next week because we're right at the end of
Oh,
our
what? I had no
stream.
idea.
God damn you, Jane.
I feel like the
For
last
real,
week
man.
always flies by so quickly, and then you're like, we're gonna wait till next week. I'm like, not possible. And then I look at the time, I'm like, oh.
Right.
Hazelor, Marlo is totally ready to pick a fight with these guys.
I know.
Hey.
One just threw an axe at her friend. She's getting ready to get into this.
Well, and that's the thing is you have to also look at this. You don't necessarily know that Kia tried to cast a spell on this woman. So no one knows what instigated this, really.
So they just look like they're hating on us. So it's racist.
It's always Jane's fault.
What? No, it's always
on.
Milk's fault.
Jane always instigates fights where we don't need to.
I wasn't trying to
bloody
instigate a
charm
fight.
spell.
I was trying to make friends
They're
with them.
That's so
barbarians.
funny. I
You
mean, the
don't
simple-
show fiery palm. Like,
I don't know
obviously
anything
they're
about
primitive
barbarians.
idiots.
That just kind of riled him up, and then it's the, get away, witch.
Kia doesn't like to be called
Oh,
an
shit,
old,
charm
tiny
them.
woman.
You've
right.
accused me of being witch, accused me of being a witch, let me
They
cast
were
a
like-
spell on you.
They were comparing sizes, I had to show her something
Oh my
great.
gosh.
I just want to point out, like, right here on the screen there. I'm the only one who rolled a 20 tonight. Just saying.
Right, yeah, there's only one. I rolled a couple, but...
Yeah, Gore did. But yeah.
That's fair.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter, @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget, to keep up with all things How We Roll, follow us on Twitter @HowWeRoll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys!
When I'm not playing Radovan Rainier, Cleric of St. Cuthbert for How We Roll, I'm just Shagget, a guy who can't do math in public. You can follow this poor lost soul on twitch.tv/Shagget or on Twitter @Aneb_convos. For the love of all things boozy, stay in school.
I'm the Dragon Spooker, and I play Marlowe the Hot-Blooded Monk for How We Roll. You can catch my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/thedragonspooker, or you can follow me on Twitter at @dragonspooker. I hope to see you guys around.
Hi guys, thanks for watching today's episode of How We Roll. I hope you had a lot of fun, and if you'd like, you can give me a follow at Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook @Bane Blackstar, or come say hi in my own Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Bane1271. I stream full-time and usually play World of Warcraft, The Sims 4, and I even craft things out of polymer clay, but you never know what we'll get up to. I hope you'll come say hi, join in the conversation, and have some fun.
Hi, I'm Jane, and when I'm not fireballing innocent peasants, I'm perusing Twitter, eating ice cream, and petting my cat Norman. You can follow me on Twitch @JaneIvana, and on Twitter @JaneOnTwitch, and that's with a 0, not an L. Goodbye. Or as I say, peace, suckus.